somebody's relying on you to get through a window to rescue their child, or there's somebody trapped behind a door, or they're saying, I have some valuables that are in this house, please don't let my house burn down. Those are the things I love being called on to help in that type of situation.
The honor, the pride, the ownership of the role that you take in the community.
Being able to help someone and making a difference in their life.
It's not just something you do while you're at work. It's something that you embody on and off duty.
I'm Josh Grauer. I grew up in Olathe, spent some time in the Marine Corps, and then I made my way back into Overland Park. I was an intelligence analyst, and I did 2 combat deployments. So I did one in the Philippines and one in Afghanistan. Most of what I did while I lived in Okinawa, Japan was train other countries' militaries on how to do targeting and collections.
My name's Dawson Gatzmeyer. I'm from Valley Falls, Kansas. It's where I was born and raised. 19 years old, started volunteering when I was 15. Fell in love with it. Realized this is what I want to do real fast, so been on the fast track since then.
I'm Dylan St. Jean. Right now I live in Leavenworth, Kansas. Grew up in Base here in Shawnee and in Johnson County. I've been in the Kansas Air National Guard out in Topeka for a little over 3 years now as a firefighter. Been on a deployment last October through April. Came back, and then while I was gone, I was offered a full-time job out of the state of Kansas, for the state of Kansas, at the same base I'm in the military with. And then 6 months later, roughly, got applied out here because this is where I wanted to work, and was fortunate to get hired on.
My name's Ian Stish. I'm from the southeast corner of Kansas, from a little town called Parsons, Kansas. I have about 6.5 years of career fire experience, 2.5 in Parsons, and then the last 4 in Jefferson City, Missouri. 28 years old, married, so that's me.
My name is Will Clem, newly promoted fire medic. I've spent the last 3 years working here as a paramedic. Grew up in Johnson County, grew up in the Westwood area, and knew that I wanted to serve the community that I lived in. I got promoted officially on May 28th, and 2 weeks into my first academy this summer, my son was born prematurely, and so we spent 6 weeks in the hospital with him, and the department was gracious enough to give me the time off to spend with my family that was needed, and then cycle me back through whenever the next opportunity arose. Then that's now.
Put your hand on the back of that rail when you're carrying a tool.
Growing up in a medical family, I've always had an interest in the medical side, and then as I got further in my career, I've just really grown to love the fire side and all the new challenges that it provides.
I'm a firefighter because I really enjoy helping people, serving the citizens. To me, that's the most important thing, being able to help someone and making a difference.
Although you deal with some tough things every once in a while, you got your brothers and sisters right there with you, just get you through it.
Analyzing heart rhythm.
The Academy's been a lot of fun. It's definitely been a challenge.
No response.
It seems like I'm always learning something new, a different technique, a different way of doing something. Joe's always challenging us. Angela and Mike, they challenge us every day.
That is some green line CPR right there.
Angela put her heart and soul into doing our EMS training and whatnot that first week we were here.
But I don't want to lose my pace. I don't want to lose track of my compressions.
We got a firefighter down in there, guys. This is somebody that you spend a third of your life with. We're not out here messing around. Get back in there. Get this guy out of there.
Joe's pretty hard on us. I don't know if it's just his voice, but I know that he cares and wants to make sure that he's putting a good product out there as soon as we go to the station. So that comes with him bearing down on us a little bit, and that's all right.
Joe might be really intense just because he's really passionate about what he's doing. His big thing is he wants to make sure you go home every morning to your family. It's been challenging, but it's a good butt kicking, if you know what I mean. It's a good feeling. I've learned a ton since I've been here.
I think everybody comes into the academy nervous. You know, you're told every day's an interview, so I don't know if they are comfortable coming out of their shell to start with, and it was the same thing with me. But as the academy's progressed, I think everybody's gotten a lot more comfortable with each other. We're not afraid to say, hey, you know, hey, good job doing this, or hey, I think we kind of messed this up, we need to go through it again. And I think that we're just starting to mesh a little bit more.
We got two young guys, very smart, very willing, very hardworking guys. But yeah, they can kind of run circles around me. It seems like sometimes, you know.
Dawson and Dylan are not even 21 yet, and having their enthusiasm and honestly seeing the discipline in those guys has been really inspiring, because normally my generation is kind of poo-pooed as, you know, millennials are lazy, they're not driven, and seeing these two young guys come in and be the exact opposite of that is very refreshing.
I want you to turn that fan into that door and then put your face piece on.
We've all bonded in just this short amount of time, and we're already great friends.
Yeah, we got you know, we got a little joking here and there, but it's all in fun.
Honestly, just listening to Dawson's stories about Valley Falls has been the highlight of the academy.
I tell the guys stories about the local legend where I come from.
Dawson has a great story about a guy named Steve.
Steve, yeah, Steve.
Stevie, who is I guess the local legend around Valley Falls.
The older guys will probably tell you about him.
Just has all sorts of over-the-top country stories, and most of them I don't believe, but I'm pretty confident that they are actually true.
With different members from different stations coming out and working with us, you really mess up on ladders. And then they sit you down, hey, there's this way, there's that way, there's this way.
They've been really good, and they've been really helpful on teaching us things too.
I'm always open to learning something.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. It's all right, you guys. Yeah, it's all right.
And I've been able to do that and much more. I mean, I'm learning a lot, and very grateful for their knowledge and experience.
Everyone here they want to make sure you succeed and learn everything you can and what you need to know about this job.
Being a new dad has definitely changed my outlook on things. And I think the thing that stuck out the most was during rules of air management, and they were talking about the last 25% of your cylinder, Joe, is your family's air. And that took a whole new meaning now that, Arthur is here, and that's Arthur's air. That's not mine to play around with. And that really struck a very, very significant chord.
The moment I walked in the door, it was obvious that I was joining more than just an organization. I was joining a family, because everybody out the gate was there with a smile and a handshake ready to welcome you and wanted to know more about you, and they just, honestly, they just cared about you, and that's something that, you know, draws you and you can't make it up, you know. It just, that was the wow factor for me, is just how much these people cared about you.
I'm just excited to be here. I've had a smile on my face since day one.
This is my dream place to work ever since I was a freshman in high school, so I want to stay out here forever, hopefully finish out my career here 20, 30 years, 40 years in it from now, who knows.
Well, I definitely want to become a great firefighter here, and look to advance through the career, throughout my career, and maybe up through the ranks. No specific aspirations. Just want to be successful in each position that I do obtain here.
At the end of my career, I just want to leave whatever station I'm at better than the way I found it. And the way things are, it kind of seems like that's going to be hard to do because things are already really great.
Yeah, I've gotten to know the department really well, and I've really enjoyed my time here. Gotten more experience in the last 3 years than I have in my entire career, working as a paramedic on the ambulance. And then I'm excited to take that confidence as a paramedic and be able to translate it into the role of a firemedic and learning my new role as best I can.
Just go as far as this will take me. I want to work my way up. You know, I want to be what I want this organization to make me what they want me to be, me being so young. And I just want to have fun when I'm young and learn lots, you know, be the best I can be. So I'm ready for it.
This is where I want to retire.
Yeah, we're almost on the truck.
I'm not a very big camera guy, so.
My generation is kind of poo-pooed as, you know, millennials are lazy, they're not driven. Not saying anything about me, because I'm definitely a millennial.
Well, we have Dawson, he's 19.
Me and Dylan are the young guns.
I'm used to it. I'm used to being the young guy.
So Joe, kind of poking at him for being as young as he is, even calling him youngin'.
Yep, junior or youngin' usually is what I'm called. He's 20 and I'm 19. The other two are older. We like to make them feel old. That's what's funny.
Dylan, yeah, he was trying to ventilate the window.
Oh, that was me. Yeah.
Dylan threw the pig through the window.
I don't think he was ready for the window to actually break, and the pig went flying through the window and into the room.
Yeah, I smashed my finger. What's going on?
Busted his finger open.
Enough?
Not ideal in that situation.
Yeah, Dylan. That was Dylan. His name's Steve.
He's a real guy, according to Dawson.
Something about some turkey and a pipe.
We said he has to invite Steve to graduation.
I'm hoping he comes to graduation. I'm not certain if he's going to make it or not. I don't know. So.
Short, sweet, and to the point, I guess.
Hope that works.